Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 65 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And some room to roam now. 30. And all the way down to the 26. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muck.
Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. Let's see what week 3 has in store. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right the midfield stripe. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box for the... Defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Diablos are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Lawrence on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Diablos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
On first down, Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the defense has come up with it. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point. Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. Flush to his right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Diablos add 6 to their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On second down. It's Robinson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, Lawrence. Robinson's got it. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 44, Lawrence. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, it's Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. McCann's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Takes it at the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he goes out right around the 39. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So we reach half, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Diablos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's...
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Diablos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. Ooh, with a juke. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Diablos are pouring it on.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Jaguars are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go play action with Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. David Njoku, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flush to his right, and they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And a dump off here to Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll make it 2nd down. They run. Robinson. He gets away from 1, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On the run, it's Robinson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to go up top again. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. On play action, Lawrence. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things.